and get a boost.
Well, I guess we're live now. We'll be playing today. Let me get it. Okay, so we're live now. Today we'll be playing some Ascension. For those of you who doesn't know Ascension, it is a deck building game in which the players start initially with the same deck, and as the game progresses they buy more cards and they build a more powerful deck. So this is a very interesting game. Don't know if it's really popular or not, but I really enjoy it, and today we'll be playing it. Let's start playing offline with the computer, just so that we can get a taste of the game. Let's start with the basic deck, and then we can progress to some different decks. There are many decks available. If we go here to the menu and the card gallery, we can see there are many decks available. Each one of these is a different deck, except the promo cards. They are just a pack of cards. But for all of those, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different decks. Some of them are for 2 players, some of them are for 4 players, but if you combine them, you can play with more players. Let's play first with the Chronicles of the Godslayer, which is the basic deck. It's good. Play offline, create a game. Let's make initially just 2 players because it's faster. Oh, there's a promo that I haven't purchased already. Didn't know. The objective of the game is for you to get more honor at the end of it. The player who has more honor at the end wins the game. The person with more honor wins the game. Simple as that. You get honor by the effect of some cards. You also get honor destroying monsters, buying cards. There are many effects. Let's explain the game. So this is a person. If there were another person playing right here offline with me, this is the computer. Easy or hard, just 2 levels. That's it. 30 points for each person playing. 30 honor. The game ends when the honor ends. So if there are 2 players, it's 60. You can add more, but you cannot subtract. Let's choose a different portrait. Let's choose one of the new. This one, crazy guy. That's it. Let's start playing. Okay, so the game is pretty simple. You start with 10 cards in your deck, 8 apprentices and 2 militia. As you play your cards, you acquire more cards and they will be part of your deck. Simple as that. You can also buy cards that are always available. Some cards, like the Mystic and the Heavy Infantry, they are always available for purchase. The value on the top right of the card indicates how much is it cost for you to buy it. For example, this card costs 3 runes. This triangle represents a rune. So for me to acquire a Mystic, I have to pay 3 runes. And this is down here is the effect of the card. When I have it in my deck and I play it, it gives me a bonus of 2. Me a bonus of 2 runes. The Heavy Infantry, on the other hand, it costs 2 to buy. It gives me an effect of 2 power or force. I don't really know. You use runes to buy more cards to your deck in general, and in general you use power to defeat monsters, and defeating monsters have some benefits that it gives. Any card that you buy goes to your void, or to your discard pile. The void is another thing. When you buy a card, it goes to your discard pile. Every turn, you draw 5 cards. When there are no more, you can see here that I have 5 cards in my deck. When you have no more cards, you simply shuffle your deck and put it back in your discard pile and put it back in your deck. Simple as that. So let's play my first turn. I could play each card by simple drag and drop, but I can click play all, and they will play all. With all my cards, I got 4 runes and 1 power, and with that I can buy any of those cards as much as I can. For example, I can buy this, this, and this, because each one, this one costs 1, so I have 1, 2, 4. I could buy these 3 cards. There are no limits to the amount of cards you can buy, like, only the amount of runes you have. So let's see what we can do. It really depends on your strategy, because there are 4 factions in the game: Mechana, Void, Enlightened, and Lifebound. Each of them has a different play style. For example, Void cards are generally cards that lets you banish cards in your deck. Enlightened cards are usually cards that let you draw more cards, while Lifebound, which there's no Lifebound here, they let you draw a lot of honor points. While Mechana has a playstyle of more having really valuable cards and really expensive cards that give you a lot of effect when combined. They also generally cost a lot of runes. Let me think how I'm gonna start. I'll start with this one. To draw a card, is simply drag and drop it here in this play area. And I'll also draw this. Since I have no more runes or power, I can end my turn. There are monsters in the center line, but there are also monsters here. Only one actually, the Cultist. The Cultist is always available. I can always defeat it if I have 2 power and I get 1 honor. So another turn, let's play all my cards. Let's see. I like cards that let me draw cards. I think it's really powerful. So I'll get this one, and I also get I think this one is better. And that's it. Get a Shadow Star. That's it. I don't have all the names of the cards memorized, but as you play more, you eventually remember the drawings. So I can pretty much, and at least in this deck, I can pretty much remember the images, not the names. So let's see. There are a lot of monsters, and I don't actually. If you click here on the deck, you can see all your cards. As you can see, I don't have a lot of cards that give me power. So what I'm gonna do is play this card, which lets me draw another card, and I can banish a card here in the center row. Since I bought a construct, I will banish this card, because if my opponent destroys it, I will have to destroy a construct that I control. I don't actually control one, but I've purchased one. As you can see, it's a mechanic construct. So I'm gonna get rid of this. And I also hope to get another card that I can buy, so which fortunately happened. So I have 5 rune points, and I'll get this one because this way I will draw another card. I also get this one for the draw card and the banish effect. When you banish a card in the center row, you simply put it in your in the void. This is called the void. As you can see, the monster that I've banished, it goes to the void. Okay, let's end my turn. Okay. 1, 2. See, I'm planning because when I play this card, I have to discard a card, and then I get 2 other cards. So I'm thinking, what should I do? Because with 3 power, I can defeat this monster or this monster. I think I'll defeat this, banish a card in the center row. Let's first do this. I need the 3 to defeat this monster, so I'll banish the apprentice. We'll get this, so I'll draw a card. Now I have to choose this if I want the banishing effect. And I'll defeat this so that I can banish a card. Banish this. And then I draw my then I play my 2 cards. I could buy a heavy infantry, but since I'm playing in a more rune kind of style, I'm not gonna do this. Generally, it's a good idea to spend all your points, unless you think it's gonna make your deck worse. Then it's not a good idea. And since this card here doesn't really match with my play style, I think it's gonna be a bad idea. Maybe it's a bad idea not to buy, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. When you click enter and you still have some things to do that you could possibly do, the game displays a message just to confirm. I confirm. This turn I'll choose a rune. Now I'm gonna choose this hero because it lets me copy the effect of a hero that I've played this turn. It's really powerful. It's any hero that I've played this turn, there's no limit, so I'll acquire this. Since I have 2 power, I can defeat a cultist, and that's it. The game ends when the runes are depleted. So there are 56 available. I have 3, my opponent have 1. And when it's gone, the game ends. But it's not only the amount we have here that counts to determine who wins the game. If you see at the bottom left of each card, there's a value, the cards you play, and this also counts to the amount of honor that you get, and it also counts for winning the game. The only cards who doesn't have a value like this are the apprentice and militia, the cards that you get initially. Even the heavy infantry and the mystic, they also count as one. So draw this card. Now I can banish a card in the center row. This effect is really powerful, so I'm banish this. I'll play these cards. I would like to buy this, but I don't have 5 rooms, so I'll buy this because this is a high amount of power for me to get. Let me just lower the sound effects, they're way too high. Okay. Can I make the animations faster? Fast, okay, resume. It should be faster. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this so that I can, well, that was not good. Draw 2 cards and banish a card. This is good initially, and then it gets really dangerous, this card, because if you draw 2 good cards and you have no other cards, you really have to banish a card. It's not you may, you have to. But since the game is starting, I think it's a good idea, maybe. Oh, or not. I think I'm gonna get a mystic instead. And this. This is a very good card. I really like mechanic constructs because they cost a value and they are worth the same amount. Really good. The other cards, as you can see, it costs 4, but it is only worth 1. So let's play this to get a card. Let's play this. Let's banish this because it would my opponent destroys it, I would have to destroy a construct that I control. Oh, maybe I've made a bad idea because I had 4. I should have thought it better. But anyways, what is done is done. There's no undo. I'll destroy it too. Oh, maybe. I don't know if I destroy this and get a card. Yeah, let's get a card. Oh, now I can copy the effect of a hero that I played this turn. Copy this effect. Now I can banish a card. Since this is really very powerful and I'm not gonna be able to buy it, I'll banish this. I'll get this because it's really good as it lets me draw more cards. Oh, maybe it was not a good idea. Copy the effect of this card. Make this, I can banish a card. I can banish a card here. Let's banish this. Let's play all my cards. I'll buy this because it's cheap. And maybe it comes a monster that I can destroy. If it's not the case, I'll buy this. And I'll destroy 2 cultists. Let's play this to draw a card. Now here's what I was talking about. When I play this guy, that I draw 2 cards, but then I have to banish a card. So let's do this. So I have this card here, an apprentice that I can banish. But if this was the only card in my hand, I would draw 2 cards and I would have to banish 1. Even if the 2 cards are really good, I would have to banish 1. So let's do this. So I will banish this. Now I can draw 1 and banish 1. Let's banish this. I'll choose this and I'll get this because it gives me a rune every turn. This is good. When I play this card, I have to discard 1 and I draw 2. Again, discard 1 and draw 2. The amount of cards available of the same type in a deck is determined by the amount of these small circles at the bottom right of the card. So a Temple Librarian in this deck, there are 3 of them. The A represents the deck. There are different symbols. A is the basic set, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Let's play this so that I can draw a card. I don't know. I'll copy the effect of this card. I'll banish this. I'll play this. I'll banish more one. Draw a card, and I must banish. So I would have 3, 4, 5. I would like to buy this, but I would not be able, so I will banish this so that my opponent cannot also buy it. So I'll get this. I'll destroy this and get one more. Since I have 3, I could buy a Mystic, or I could get one of those. A Mystic would be more appropriate, I guess. These cards that are usually, the more a card costs, the better the effect in general. So these cards, they have a small effect. They're not really good, but they also are valuable. If you take into account that they cost 1 and are worth the 1 at the end of the game, they may be worth it. Banish this. Oh, this card is really good, but this one is also good. This one will let me play 2 turns in sequence. This has a more lasting, because this one I play and then I banish. The other one I play and then I keep it. Play this one first, banish this. I'll play this, I discard this, and I get more 2 cards. This one I play and get 1 more card. This one is good because I gain an effect, and if I have played another Lifebound hero to turn against you, since this Flytrap Witch is also a Lifebound hero, I will gain this effect. So I would gain 2 rounds and 2 power. I would be 3, 2 when I play this. That's it. So since this effect was really good, I think I'll copy it. Let's see. It kinda combines. My opponent have a lot of. Don't destroy this, because my opponent have a lot of constructs. This will get 1 card. I can. I don't like this card. I'll banish this. Oh, I can already buy it. This is a really good card. That's what I'm gonna do. My opponent right now has a lot more honor points than me. He is probably gonna win, but it's easy to know actually because I have a lot of constructs, I guess. Those cards are really they are worth a lot of points, so let's wait. But I'm not really confident in this game. The difference is really low. I have 14, my opponent has 36, so that's a big difference. Play this. I'll choose power because then I can destroy this monster, and then my opponent will have to discard all but 1 construct that he controls, so that's a lot. Mm, the game is almost ending, so I don't think will be worth it. Maybe this is good and this. Let's see what I'm gonna do. I'll banish this one. The order of play is important here. So I have 2 life-bound heroes. This one has an effect that only activates if I have played another life-bound hero before. So I'll play this Fly Trap Witch, and then I play this. The order in this case is important. I play this, don't need to banish. Then I play all. I can also use the effect of this construct that I have, that I gain 1 for each mechanic construct that I control. So that's all I have right now. So this one costs 5 and it gives me 2, so 40%. This one is 50%. This one 40%, less than 50, 30. So I guess I'll go with this. 5-2, both of them. I'll go with them. Go with this. I will banish this because it's 100% gain. I may banish this, and it ends my turn. Since it's 0, the game ends now. As you can see, I have lost. I got 26 points in direct honor and I got 40 points in card honor. My opponent got 36 in the deck honor points and 43 in normal honor points. So I really lost. Let's try again. Have a lot of decks right now. Let's play once more using the default deck. There's one deck that I really like, is this War of the Shadows. Really cool. There's a different mechanic on it. It's based on day and night, but I'm not gonna play it right now. Maybe another time. Let's play this again against the PC. Let's play it a little bit faster right now. So a lot of monsters in the first turn. Maybe I play another style. I'll get this because it's worth it. I'll get this construct and destroy Cultist. So now I have 2 constructs. Since there are many monsters in the first row, I think it's a good idea to get heavy infantries, but since this is the first turn and I have not already acquired any mystic, I will buy one. And then on the other turns I'll buy heavy infantries. This is also good as it gives me power every turn, so I buy this. These cards, the mystic and the heavy infantry, I can always buy them. They're always available. The cards in the center row. Ooh, I should destroy one. Destroy this. It was the effect of the monster. Really good effect. Destroy this. This card is good as it doesn't pollute my deck because it stays here unless my opponent destroys it, and it gives me an effect on every turn. So I really like constructs. There are monsters and constructs and heroes and monsters. Monsters, they're not part of a deck unless you're playing a very specific expansion, but generally they're not part of your deck. So I'll play this. I have 6 rooms, but I have nothing to do in the center row, so I bought 3 of those. I'll get another heavy infantry. I'll keep this. I got those. Oh shit. This turn I'm playing a style more based on power, since it allows me to destroy more monsters in general. So I'll get this because it's cheap. Destroy this. And I can always pay 4 runes to get 3 honor points. Don't know if it's worth it right now. Maybe it is because I'm already losing. Let's do this. See, my opponent is really good. It's really hard to beat him. And he gets the right cards and the right altar. I can destroy one more. So let's end my turn right now. Let's go have an infantry since that's the style I'm playing right now. Game is about to end. I'm probably gonna lose again. But that's just the way it is. See, I lost it again. 74-45. On screen mode again. Let's play a different deck. So just so you guys can see the difference. Let's play War of Shadows. I can activate many of them if I want to, but I think it kind of goes like a real mess. So I'll just play. I just like to play 1, 2, maybe 3 at a time. Let's play this War of the Shadows. There's a different mechanic. So this deck is based on a day and night. As you can see, many cards, I guess maybe all of the cards, have a symbol here. It's either a moon, which represents night, or a sun, which represents day. If there are more day cards in the center line, it's considered to be a day. And there are some cards that have different effects depending on whether it's day or night. If there are the same amount of day and night cards, it's neither day or night. So as you can see here, it's night right now because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards of night and 2 cards of day. So it's night. This deck is different because there are many cards which have 2 costs. For example, this is a mechanic construct. It means I acquire it, but it has a rune cost and it also have power cost. I have to pay both of them for me to acquire this card. So if I play this, so if I acquire this, I will use everything I have and I would not be able to use this. But since the game is starting, this card is really useful as it lets me add a mystic or heavy infantry to my hand. So I'll buy this. I can also destroy a cultist. Now I have 5 cards. I could acquire this card. Or maybe I get this. I'll get this because it's pretty starting the game. And I also get 1 mystic. This card is good, but don't think it's good right now. Now I need to have 4, I'll buy 2 heavy infantries. In this deck it's really important to have a balanced deck in terms of rune and power. So for example, I could play this, I'll get a heavy infantry, and when I play it I can get this card. Is really good. And because as you can see, it lets me banish a card, which is good by itself, and also I get a mystic and I have an infantry to my hand, which is a very good way to keep your deck balanced. So this Bringer of Hope is really good card, and let's end my turn right now. Now it's day, as you can see by this symbol up here on the main cards deck. So let's see what we get. I have 2. Since it's day, let's get a heavy infantry and let's destroy this monster. Since it's day, it has a effect that I always get, and it has 2 effects, one for day and one for night. In this card, if it's day, besides the 5 honor points that I get, I also, for each opponent, I choose and destroy a construct they control. They don't have any, but if they did have, we would choose and destroy one. If we're night, each opponent chooses a construct they control and destroys the rest. So let's defeat this card and get this, because this really, this card here, there are 3 of them in this deck. The War of Shadows is represented by the X. As you can remember, the Chronicles of the Godslayer were represented by the A. And this card has 3 of them in the deck. I guess I have all 3 of them. So yes, I do have. But it's really flexible, as I can add a Mystic or Heavy Infantry at the moment I play this card. So depending on the cards that are available on the center roll, I can choose whether I get a Mystic or I have an Infantry. So this card is really flexible. I really like it. For example, I have one here. So I have 4 and 3. With 5 I get anything. Let's first get those cards here. As you guys can see here, oh shit, I did shit. Anyways, for example, if I want this card and I have only one, I can play this, get a Mystic, and then I can get this card. Really flexible. Oh, first time I play this card, it's really good. As you can see, I have to banish. Banish is different than discarding. When I discard, it goes to my deck, and then I get to shuffle it, and it goes into my discard pile, and then I get to shuffle it into my deck, and then I get it back to my hand. But this is different. This is banishing. If I banish, it goes up here, and I will never see it again. But maybe that's good, because there are some cards that are not really good. For example, the cards you get initially, they're good for start, but after a time, they're more a hindrance than anything good. So this card is good, but this is also good. I'll get this. This card is very good, very flexible. I can get this and buy one of these. It's neither day or night right now, so which kind of it's a bad thing. I'll destroy this. Now it's day. If I play this card, I have a benefit. I'll get this card. Now it's neither day or night. Play play this. You get this, this, and this. I'm playing kind of fast right now because I've said, I've already memorized the image of the cards. I don't know their names. For example, this is Luru the Hunter, but I do know what they do generally. And if you don't remember, you can always check to see. For example, this card gave me 3 runes, and if it's night, you may spend runes as power. Also lets me use power as rune. So this is a very flexible card, but it's also really expensive. This Every Bloom Witch is really good, but you have to have a lot of life-bound heroes for it to be really worth it. Because you get 3 honor points, and if you unite, you gain more 3. Unite means that, as you can see in the parentheses here, you gain this effect once if you play or have played another life-bound hero this turn. Since I have already one, if I'm not mistaken, here it is, I'll buy another one. I'll get a Mystic so that I can play and get this Twilight Scout. And that's it. It's night right now. Play at this. Get this, and I use this effect that I can use 3 runes to get more 3 points because I was kind of losing. Sometimes when the AI is playing, you can see this little cooldown thing here. It takes a long time, it's thinking, maybe it has a lot of possibilities and it's calculating, it takes some time, but generally the AI plays really fast. Generally. Not really the case right now, but it generally does. As you can see, there are a lot of options and it's calculating because it has already 10 power points and 7 runes. It has 7 constructors, which is really amazing. It's doing really good. This is the 3rd play today and I haven't won anyone. I haven't win anyone. Sorry for the English. Not my first language. So let's do this. It's night. I'll I draw a card and I can banish one. I'll play those. Oh shit! I should have played this for die. I have done some shit. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Now I have to play this and get this one. I played wrong. I should have played different, but what is done is done. There's no way to undo things here. It's taking a long time for the PC to play. Come on, let's go. As you can see, it's neither day or night because there are 3 day cards and 3 night cards, so it's neither day or night. None of the effects are activated when it's neither day or night. The special effects, I mean, like this day, like this night or day, they're not activated. Wow. Okay, now it's my turn. Let's start with this since I forgot it last time. Now let's play this. I'll get this because it lets me do another thing. This is a concept which is it's present in some of the expansions, which is a trophy. When I defeat a trophy monster, it stays here in front of my area here, and I can use it later. In this case, I can use it to banish. I'll banish this to banish a card in the center row. I don't have to use it right now. I can use it whenever I want, whenever I think it's appropriate. I'm not gonna use it right now. Let's first play this. Since my opponent has a lot of mechanic constructs, I'll banish this one. Oh, this is a very good one. When it's night, I gain 4 and I also take 5 from my opponent. That's really cool, so I'll destroy this. So my opponent had 26, now I have 30, which is really good. I'll get this, and I end my turn. Even though I'm winning in the points, my opponent has so many mechanic constructs that I don't really think I'm gonna be winning this game. Also, third loss of the day. It's taking him a really long time to play. He's having a lot of options. Oh, come on. It's this game, even though it has a strategy and tactics, it has a lot of randomness associated to it. Because it really depends on the cards that are available and the cards you get in your hand. You make the general strategy of your play because you choose the cards to go into your deck, but you are also subject to the randomness of the center line and the cards in your hand. So let's use this. Lets me defeat a monster that costs 4 less. I'll defeat this. Now it's night, I'll gain the effect of this card. Which one is better? They're all the same. Let's see if the end. Oh, I lost by 1 point. What a shame. But anyway, my opponent played really well. Let's go back here and try to play one online. What I sometimes don't like about online games is that people sometimes take a lot of time. Maybe it's the internet connection, maybe. Oh, I have to log in. I guess you have to leave it for another time since I don't actually remember it. Maybe I do. Let's try. See, maybe. Oh, I do remember. Let's find the game. Those are games people. Oh, this is really good. Let's join. Just join this game. Let's play. When you join an online game. Oh, it started already. Yay, we're lucky. It's history right now, as you can see, because there's no the play all button here. Now we have to wait for him to play. No, he plays. Really good start. He really have advantage this turn. Now it's my turn. I'll get this and destroy this. I'll get this because it's really powerful. There are a lot of 3 power cards in the. Oh, really powerful my opponent is. The Skits 120. This is not a PC anymore. This is another person, which we're playing online. He's thinking. Or have 6. This one is good. So get this one. Oh, now he can banish it. This is a very good card. He got this at the beginning. If I had the chance, I would also got it. Which is funny because when the game goes to a draw, at the end the amount of honor that I have and my opponent have is the same. The person who played last wins. This is a rule of the game. Which makes a lot of sense because the person who gets to play last, he has a small amount of disadvantage because initially there are not a lot of available cards that you can play, that you can purchase. And when you play first, you probably get all of them, or much of them. This is a more balanced play than against the AI. I don't know the level of experience that my opponent has, but he's going definitely for a high cards game where you play a lot of cards. He draws a lot of cards and play a lot of cards, and which is bad for me. For him, it's good. Now let's banish this. Also banish this. Let's try this. Let's see what my opponent is planning. Oh, good play. Let's play this to get a card. Let's go. I bought this construct because it's really cost effective, as it costs 4 and it also gives me 4 honor, which is 100% of what you spend. Most cards have less than 100%. For example, this costs 5 and only gives 2. Ooh, as you can see, he played 3, 6, 8 cards. He has this card which allow him to draw 3 cards, which is really powerful and also really expensive. But he got to buy it so he can play it. He's now thinking about what he's doing. Thankfully, he's not gonna be able to do much. I'm trying to defeat monsters at the same time as I buy mechanic constructs. I'm winning by this honor points here, but I don't know. It doesn't appear to have a construct. I don't remember if it bought it or not. If you check this log, you can see only the last 3. Oh no, I can see all of the rounds. Oh, that's interesting. I thought I could only see last 2 or something. Perhaps just discard a card. This card that I bought let me place 2 turns in a row. Where is it? Here. I have to banish, I can only use it once, but it lets me play twice in a row. No, now he has a construct, which allows him to draw a card. That's bad. Really, really bad. For me, I guess. I banished this card because it was really dangerous to have it on the central line, as my opponent could buy it, as he would be available right now. This card was really powerful, so I choose to banish, since I could not afford it. Let's play this. I don't have any cards that I want to buy right now, so I probably use the effect of this card. This card, it lets me, once per turn, I may spend 4 wounds to gain 3, which is a 75%. It's pretty good. 75% return on investment, I would say. For example, this card here is only 25%. You pay 4, you get 1. This is 50%. You pay 4, you get 2. His thinking. Not a lot of great options for him. Oh, this is good. This card is really funny because I play this and I got to take a card at random from my opponent and get it to my hand. So let's do this. I may get a good card. Not really good, but I got a card. I'll banish this and I'll get this put in play. %, 25, 50. No, they're all bad. Let's use the effect of this card. Unfortunately, I won't get to play my card, which lets me play twice, but that's good. I'm really confident in this game. I may lose, but I'm confident. I'm actually currently 41 points. My opponent is 16, so... And I have some constructs. The fact that I have some constructs here gives me more confidence. Some are very expensive. 6 runes this one costs. It gives me more confidence. His thinking, I don't know. I think he started it. So even if he finishes right now, I got to play once again. Oh, this one is really good. I'll get to banish this and take another turn, which is fortunate. As you can see, yes, I've won this game, finally. I didn't have much luck against the PC, but against another play I did better. As you can see, I'm not that bad at this game, at least playing against people, because the AI, he has a lot of processing, I guess. It lets him uh, process many variations of what can happen, and I cannot do that. I only play by, guidelines and stuff. But he wants a rematch. I'm not gonna play right now. But that's pretty much it for Ascension. As you can see, it's a very interesting game. If you have the chance to play it, either the actual board game, the card game, or the online version, I really recommend it. It's given me a lot of fun. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.